are now listening to the Life of Produk Podcast.
Yeah, what up, man? It's the boy Produk. You're now locked into the Life of Produk Podcast. Yo, this is episode 77. We are 3 episodes from 80. We on a roll. We on a roll right now, man. And I gotta thank y'all. I gotta thank the subscribers on YouTube. I'm at 1.08K. I gotta thank everybody on streaming from Apple Podcasts. Y'all love me on Apple Podcasts. I love y'all. Y'all on Spotify, listening, Pandora, iHeartRadio, TuneIn. Shouts out to Anchor FM for the distribution and for the sponsorship. I'm gonna keep the wheels rolling, baby. Big wheels keep on rolling, turning. Whatever Tina Turner said, we doing that. We doing that on the side. Yo, real talk, man. I gotta shout out my guy Gary E. Stewart. Google Gary E. Stewart. You will see him come up. When you Google him, you're going to see him on the cover of a magazine titled Talent Only Magazine. Understand something. I was co-owner of this magazine before we took it down for a while. And we actually talked a while back about doing it again. I don't know if we're going to do it. You know what I'm saying? Dame got to be with it. But, yo, Gary was on the front cover of, I can't remember. I think it was probably our it was our 4th or 5th issue. Shouts out to Gary E. Stewart. Gary, you my guy. You doing big things. I always believed in you. I always believed in you, brother, and vice versa. You always believed in me. I got you, brother, and I owe you. I'm in your corner. I love you, my guy. Yo, like I said, man, shouts out to the people that have been keeping this thing rolling. This is episode 77. Before I really get into this episode, I got to really thank God in the higher power, the universe, everything, man. God is good. Jesus Christ is good. Within the last 7 days, I've been getting really, really good news. Really, really good news, knock on wood. But I've been getting really, really good news, man. And it's news that can possibly, not can, but will take my life to a whole nother level. It's going to take my life to where I need to be and where I deserve to be. And not only me, the people around me are going to benefit from it, because I always believe in opening doors for those that love you, those that support you. The people that support you deserve the world from you. You could be broke. You could have $1 in your pocket. There are ways to repay the people that support you that are in your circle. It's not all about money, but I'm the type of person, when I got money, if I got money, you got money. I don't care if I got $100 on my account. If I got 100, I'm going to give you 20, because I'm a real dude like that. Yo, this is episode 77. Episode 77 is titled, When You First Come in the Game, They'll Try to Play You. Y'all all heard the whole song years ago. When you first come in the game, they'll try to play you. Probably, oh, you want blowing you to smell the, yeah, it was like, you know what I'm saying? When you first come in the game, they'll try to play you. I have an issue with that. And the problem is, it happens every day. See, some people might not understand that concept of when you first come in the game, they'll try to play you. They will try to play you. You know what I'm saying? Now, understand something, right? When I say they, I'm not specifically talking about white people. I'm not talking about this person. I am talking about people of power that have gotten to where you need to be or where you're getting to be before you. People that have more money than you. People in the same business or industry as you that don't need you. They may need you a little bit, but they don't need you. These are the people that are going to try to play you when you first come into the game. And I've seen it. I'm not going to call names, but it has happened to me. And I have had to really put people in their place by verbally or either letting them know through my work ethic or through my resume. Because I have a long resume in this entertainment field. I might not be at the level other people are at, but I stand by what I've done. And a lot of people know about me. When you first come in the game, they'll try to play you. And it sucks, because it's like a lot of them, they'll see where you can go. They'll see where you're at, and they'll see your potential. Or some of them might be so wrapped up and caught up in themselves and where they're at, they won't see it. And that's one of the things that sucks even more, when they don't see your potential and they'll try to play you off of that because they think you're a nobody. People will automatically think you're a nobody off of what they boom. And it's wild. I remember years ago, I found myself in a conversation with a dude, and another dude walked up. So me and the original dude was talking. The original dude had just became a promoter at a club in Queens, right? And this was right after I had dropped 2 videos on WorldStar. I had 2 videos on WorldStar. This is back when Vlad TV was showing videos as well. I was getting crazy views on Vlad TV. Crazy views on WorldStar. There was another website that was for independent artists at the time, and it was actually blowing up almost to the size of YouTube, and they ended up taking it down. But I was getting crazy views on that site as well. So the views was there. You feel what I'm saying? So this was during that time. I had music on streaming platforms. I had videos out, whatever. So I found myself in a conversation with this dude, and he was talking about. He was like, "Yeah, Product, man. I'm thinking about throwing a show and promoting at one of my spots because he was promoting parties, but he wanted to throw a hip hop showcase. He wanted to have about 10 hip hop artists and about 2 or 3 reggae artists. You know what I'm saying? He wanted all indie acts, and you know how promoters are. They want you to bring people, boom, boom, boom. So the other dude walked up and he comes into the conversation, maybe about 5 minutes later. We all vibed for like a good 10 minutes. I'm like, yo, I'm about to get a nice little bag off this shit. Then we start talking about money, which I'm the type of person, if I'm talking to you about an opportunity, 5-10 minutes into the conversation, I am ready to talk about money. Let's get to the money part. 2 things I need to know. I need to know how much I have to put in, if I have to put any money in, and I need to know how much I'm going to get paid or I am projected to get paid. All that other shit is cool, but we need to talk the real stuff. Let's talk that real stuff. That's where we are trying to get to. We start talking the money. We start talking the real stuff. I was highly offended once we got into that part of the conversation, man. And you know what? And this is not me talking about the dude. The dude actually passed away a few years ago, man. May he rest in peace. He was not a bad person. He was a really good dude from the interaction I've had with him. But on the business side, he kind of made me mad. So the other dude comes up, we're this far into the conversation. He tells the other dude, he said, yo, why don't you be my partner? Let's partner up. And I'm looking like, wait a minute, but you spoke to me first before this guy walked up. So I felt back. I didn't say anything. They're talking about, he's like, yo, put this amount of money in. It's going to be at this club. I get it. I think he got the club 3 nights a week. He said, I get on this night, Friday night, and Saturday night. And the one during the weekday, he didn't have to put nothing up for it or whatever his cut was. I think his cut was all door. He only, the club only made money off the bar. He was like, yo, we could get a rocking on that night. This night, we only got to do this. And I'm waiting there, talking this for 5 minutes. I'm sitting back like this. I'm looking like, okay, you pull me aside to talk to me. You pull this guy into the conversation. Where does Product come into this conversation? And he goes, Product, yeah, man, I can get you to sell some tickets. You know what I'm saying? Like the other artists. I'm looking, then my whole demeanor changed. Like I said, when you first come in the game, they'll try to play you. They will try to play you hard. It was kind of like a spit in my face. It was like, fam, but you just a few minutes ago, bang, bang. You understand what I'm saying? So I declined it. I said, no, I'm good. I said, I'm not doing it. I don't want to be a part of it. And it sucked because I think our interaction kind of changed after that. Like anytime I would see dude, it didn't feel like the same love. And I'm not saying that he didn't have it. It just felt like, not that he felt a certain type of way. I think maybe he kind of knew he rubbed me the wrong way, possibly from that conversation, which he did. He really did rub me the wrong way. But I don't wear my heart on my sleeve. I don't do that. I don't walk around emotional all day. Business is business. But it really, and the crazy thing about it, I don't know if they ever got to throw in their shows. But if I was included in that on the business side of it, I could have really helped bring artists that could have sold tickets. I could have got my cut. We could have all made a good amount of money. I could have helped them with the promotion. I could have actually helped them book a couple artists that were buzzing at the time that would not have charged a lot of money to him, to where he could have made great profit. Put these artists on the flyer with that top artist and really had it rocking on a weekday because I was so heavy into it at that time. A lot of these people that will try to play you when you first come into the game end up playing themselves, because they just played themselves out of a great opportunity, not understanding the value that you have as a person, as an artist, as a businessman, as a promoter, all of that. They just really played themselves out of some good bread that they could have got on a weekday. You understand what I'm saying? Who don't want to get a quick bag on a Wednesday? Who don't want to make 2 bands on a Wednesday in 4 hours? You don't want to do that? That's crazy. But that's what happens when you try to play people. You guys devalue people, not understanding that you just devalued that whole situation. Listen to me again. When you devalue a person off the rip, not understanding what that person is capable of business-wise, you kind of devalue the whole situation. and yourself for later on. Because once you see that person 2-3 years down the line getting that bag, that person's not gonna rock with you. They ain't gonna give you that same opportunity. I wouldn't give you that same opportunity because, like I said, you tried to play me when I first came into the game. It's the boy Product, Life of Product Podcast. We will be right back with the second half of the show. This is episode 77. Shouts out to Anchor FM for the distribution, for the sponsorship. Shouts out to the YouTube subscribers. Shouts out to everybody on streaming, rocking with the kid. I'll be right back. What up, man? It's the boy Product. You're now back with the Life of Product Podcast. This is episode 77. Episode 77 is titled, When You First Come in the Game, They'll Try to Play You, and I wholeheartedly stand by that. Yo, it's been a rough road for myself and a lot of other people in this journey of being independent. Independence is not easy, dog. It is hard. And it doesn't matter if you're a rapper. It don't matter if you're a singer, producer, podcaster. You could be in tech. And they'll still try to play you. Look at the show Shark Tank. I love that show. I love the show Shark Tank. I have not watched it in a while, but I love that show very much. And that's a prime example. When you first come in the game, they'll try to play you. Now, I've seen them go crazy over certain stuff because it was that good and they didn't want to lose the deal. But I've seen things where it was good and it had all this potential and the person was actually doing good in sales. I seen one, I think they were doing like right in the 500K a year sales, and they tried to play and try to give him a bum deal. He turned it down. I don't blame him. My thing is, me personally, in a situation like that, I love the show Shark Tank. I think those people know what they're doing. But me personally, if I was doing $1 million in sales, right, and I was trying to take my stuff to the next level, I don't think I would go on Shark Tank to do it. I think I would go another route. Now, if I went on Shark Tank and they devalued me and offered me way lower than I'm worth, I would walk out as well. I don't blame some of y'all for trying to get more money. It's not even just about the money that y'all be trying to get on Shark Tank, the people that goes on that. I firmly believe a lot of people that go in there for a look. That is free advertisement. That is free promotion for your product. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to shake tables, fam. You might go on Shark Tank and they tell you no, or you just went on there and they offered you $5 million and what, a 30% stake, 40% stake or whatever, and you say, no, I don't want that. So other people's eyes on the outside, they might have been giving you a decent deal, but you turned it down because you were smart. You're a businessman. First of all, if you're already doing a certain amount of money in sales, if you were able to LLC a company, trademark your stuff, patent it, produce it to the mass public, and do 6 figures in sales, you're a businessman or a businesswoman. You know what you're doing. You know what you're doing already. So a lot of them go on there just for the free promotion. You understand what I'm saying? But a lot of them have went on there in hopes to really get ahead, but felt like they were being devalued. I don't blame them. If you know the value in your stuff, walk out. Not just for Shark Tank. That's when it comes to a lot of different things. I know a dude, right? Dude is in his mid-50s. He's in his mid-50s. Really cool dude. Works for a company. And he was very unhappy recently with the company that he was working at. He's very unhappy recently with the company he's working for. He gave them an ultimatum. He contacted another company he used to work for. And they were willing to give him a certain amount of money. And that certain amount of money came with $20,000 more. Yo, is he worth it? Yes, he is. He's worth more than whatever they were paying him plus the $20,000 because his resume is longer than some of y'all uncles' rap sheets. His resume is longer than some of y'all uncles' rap sheets. The man knows his job. He's held multiple positions here. But what's most important of it, he loves his job. So the other company was offering him $20,000 more. Now, he gave the company he was working at an ultimatum. He was a little unhappy with how things was running. He gave them an ultimatum. You have until this date to match what I'm making now plus the $20,000. What did they do? They thought about it for a minute. He even gave them a letter of resignation. He put the pressure on them. He put his foot on their necks. That man put his foot on their necks. And what they do, they gave him his $20,000 extra. Yes, they did. And I'm not mad at him at all. That is how you have to do things sometimes. And they knew if he would have left, they would have been screwed. But that's the thing with business. Sometimes when they devalue you and they try to play you, mind you, he ain't just come in the game. He did not just come in the game. He's 55 years old. He knows his job. He's been doing it for years. And he did his job in multiple states. He did his job in California at one point. He did his job in Florida at one point. He knows his stuff. They tried to devalue him, put the pressure on him, and they paid him what he is worth. He's actually worth more, but he was only asking for $20,000 more. So now, to y'all, wow, only asking for $20,000 more, that's a lot of money. It is a lot of money. But if you know this man's skill set and what background he comes from, he's worth way more. He's worth way more. Right now, we're living in a time when nobody even wants to go to work. It ain't not just nobody wants to go to work. People want to get paid for not doing a good job. They want to get paid for doing the bare minimum. That is where we're living at now. It's wild to me. You know, from a business perspective, at one point I had the money to hire employees. I didn't do it. I said I didn't want the headache. Honestly, I did not want the headache. I did not want the headache when I moved my business from from New Jersey to North Carolina, because I told you I left Brooklyn. I went to New Jersey, started my business there, had it at home. Moved to North Carolina, got an office downtown in the city that I live in. Quite a few people reached out to me and wanted to work for me. I just did not want the headache. I had the money. I had it in my budget. I did not want the headache, because everything that those people could do, I could do myself, and most likely do it better and do it faster. And that's another thing too. A lot of y'all want to get paid, but y'all don't want to do it in a timely manner. Y'all want to drag. Oh, I got this to do. I'm not dealing with none of that. I'm not doing that, because I know how employees are, and a lot of y'all. And this, look, I've been an employee. I'm speaking from a business perspective. A lot of y'all want to get paid to do nothing. Y'all want to do the bare minimum, and y'all want to play legal games. And I am not there in life to be playing legal games with y'all. I'm not doing that. It ain't happening, brother. Chill. So I said I'll do everything on my own. It gets very hard to do everything on my own, but I do everything on my own. Like I said, when you first come in the game, they will try to play you. You know, people will only respect you according to where they think you're valued at. You know what I'm saying? Grown men respect grown men. Grown women respect grown women. Grown women respect grown men. Grown men respect grown women. If vice versa, they don't see a certain value in you, they're not going to give you the respect that you deserve. They're not going to do it. Sometimes you got to shake tables, like I said, and show them who you are. You have to show these people from jump who you are. Sometimes they'll get comfortable and then try to play you after the respect is given. After the respect is received on your end, they'll get comfortable with you and try to play you. Why is that? I've had that happen to me before from people. Me, I'm the type of person, I try to respect everybody off the rip. Off jump, I'm going to give you the respect that I want. Now, if you mess that up later on, it's not going to fluctuate. It ain't going to fluctuate. Once you mess that up and my respect level for you lowers, it's going to stay low. It's going to stay ground level, because I'm not with the funny stuff. I'm not with that. I'm not with that. I don't feel like it would be necessary for me to revalue you and hope it works. That's whack. That's whack to me. But a lot of people will devalue you from the beginning or during that because they see it. They feel they can do that. People will scale your value level when they first meet you and think that they could just play you like you a herb or you some type of Doja or something like that. I don't mean Doja Cat. That's an old New York term. I ain't no Doja. They'll try to play you like that. Son, they will do that. And I've had to really, really set a lot of people straight, either verbally, with action, or through my work ethic, or through my resume. The funny thing is I've had people try to play me off the rip, come back to me and be like, yo, listen, I didn't know you were this, or yo, you think we could do this later? No, my no button is ready. My no button comes with no trigger. I'm sorry. It comes with no safety on the trigger. My no button has no safety on the trigger. I will push that button fast, and I will keep pushing that button. Once I tell a person no in business, it does not change. It does not change. Once I tell you no, I am never again going to be like, oh, okay, maybe we could do that. Nah, B, no. It's not happening. For what? Because if I go back on how I felt originally, then I'm setting myself up for failure. By revaluing you, I'm going to lower my value. I'm not doing that. So if you try to play me when I first came in the game or from jump, don't ever have to worry about playing with me. It's not happening because I don't play with people and I don't want people to play me. I hope some of these words I dropped on y'all today were words of encouragement because a lot of y'all are going through stuff. I went through stuff like that. It's time to get back on track to who you know you are, who you were before, and who you know you will be in the future. It's the boy Product, Life of Product Podcast, episode 77. When they first come to the game, they'll try to play you. I love all of y'all. Keep rocking with the boy. Gia.
You are now listening to the Life of Produk Podcast.